My dad's is my hero, as I've said in other things, but he'd never really talk about the way he felt and stuff like that, and he'd never really sort of explain, just like get on with it and sort of make sure that me and my sister were sorted.
Yeah. The only thing my mum can actually do, which is a completely outdated skill in today's day and age, is burn mixtapes.
Yeah. It's an outdated skill.
Yeah. Where does she even get the CDs from anymore?
And people were basically just getting a clothed image of a woman, innocent photo, generating nude ones. Somehow it's very realistic, the women are saying, which I thought, well, you just give that away now. Now everyone can see everyone naked because you told them it's realistic, it looks like you when you're naked. I would have said, that don't look nothing like me,
nah,
carry on.
I've got 3 nipples.
Yeah. I wouldn't have said...
Yes, people, welcome back to DadPod. In this episode, we're going to be talking about why is it fun being a millennial dad.
Yes. He's not a millennial.
He's not a millennial.
Yeah, but I had a millennial upbringing in it.
Close enough, yeah.
I lived on hand-me-downs. My sister's older than both of you. She's already
true.
40.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
we'll
Babs,
let you off. If you're not new here and you're tuning in again, as you can see, there's only 3 of us today.
We still have flower petal bobs.
Yeah, we still have good old flower petal Bobs. Bobs, you're with us with spirit, mate. In
Preaching
spirit.
lively over there.
Yeah. But yes, this is DadPod, people. My name is NT.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Will, a.k.a...
You sure? Are you sure you are?
I was about to say I'm Bobby. So as you can tell, people, I am new to this
I'm tired.
I'm new to the whole sitting on the sofa thing, so you have to bear with me. But I am Will. Nice to meet you.
And this is DadPod, where we talk about life, being dad,
This is DadPod.
and everything in between. This
Are
is
you
DadPod.
sure it's DadPod? So yeah, we're talking about the fun side of being a millennial dad, because it's very easy to talk about the negative sides, and if you're not subscribe, because we will talk about the negative side at some point. It's guaranteed. So what's the funnest bit?
I
Well,
think
okay.
one of the fun bits for me is we have grown up with parents that some of them were boomers, some of them were Gen X. So the upbringing was a bit stricter.
Mixed bag.
Yeah.
Sometimes there were slippers and whacking sticks and stuff involved.
Did
So,
you ever watch
slippers.
the episode on that?
Yeah,
Go
so
on the channel.
slippers.
we've managed to like take all the bad things and remove them out of parenting and kind of go with like the more positive side of things.
Yeah, and you know what? I think if we asked our parents, they'd say the same thing.
Yeah.
Because I was actually talking to my mum about this the other day. I was like, I'm not the perfect dad, Mum, because she was talking about, we was talking about my complex PTSD, and she was like, well, I never give it you. I went, you didn't give it me, but some of the things you did in parenting contributed to some of my PTSD.
Yeah.
I went, but it's okay, Mum, because I'm pretty sure my kids are going to tell me I was not the greatest dad, because I'm not. No one is. No one's the greatest parent. We all make mistakes. So I genuinely think in 40 years' time, because my kids aren't allowed kids till I'm old enough to be a granddad.
He says.
Yeah, I say I'll be 40 like these guys, but I'll have grandchildren. But yeah,
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That is crazy.
I'm never gonna let it go, guys. But at least you're 40 without grandchildren. By the time I'm 40, there's a likelihood of it. But yeah, like.
Nat is still in his 30s, but...
Yeah. I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on.
Just about.
Hanging on.
And you're very... Technically you are as well, but you're very close. But yeah, like I said, there's probably going to be things that they say that I did bad, and then when they become dads, they're
100%.
like, do you know what I like about being a dad? I was able to learn from my dad's mistakes. So I think that's a tale of time, and as the generations go down.
It's like it's the story of life, and it like you upgrade when like you have kids and stuff like that. So like they take on stuff from you, and then you've took on stuff from your parents, and like you're an upgrade from your parents, so you are able to kind of quality check their parenting and what they did, and like what you didn't like, you are then able to like make sure that you don't do that to your kids.
Yeah. I think as well, to add to that is I think people are a lot more open in terms of talking
Absolutely.
to what our
Yeah.
parents were, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Like my dad is my hero, as I've said in other things, but he'd never really talk about the way he felt and stuff like that, and he'd never really sort of explain, just like get on with it and sort of make sure that me and my sister were sorted.
Yeah. I have never ever really from my memory, I can never recall a time where my dad has openly had a conversation with me about how he felt about something.
No.
Yeah.
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 They just that generation just didn't
Yeah.
talk about it.
That's
They just got on with stuff.
When mine was dying, he just told me he got a cold, and he was still
Yeah.
trying to be normal. He was trying to like do all the normal things, take us to feed the ducks, even though he's literally been told he's got 3 months.
Yeah.
He just like, oh yeah.
Was that something to do with your age as well, though?
He didn't tell my older siblings. My
Oh,
mum
he
did.
didn't? Oh,
And I
okay.
get told this a lot, so it was. He told my mum obviously because
Yeah.
they needed to sort out affairs. So because he knew he wasn't staying on this earth for long, so they needed to sort out all the affairs and whatnot. So he told my mum. It was my mum to pass it on to the family really. Like he didn't. He never did, and he had cancer multiple times as well. So like before I was born, and none of my siblings knew when he had it. They knew after, because obviously you've got nurses coming round. Dad's losing his hair from the chemo and stuff like that. So they're knowing after, but during, you wouldn't have known because he just hid it. And like he was a very closed off man, from what my older siblings tell me, because they've obviously experienced it more than me. Whenever I asked them about him, just closed off.
Yeah.
Got on with his day, got on with what he was doing. You'd never know if he was sad, never know how he felt. You wouldn't even know if he was happy half the time because he was just gets on with it. Action every day, just doing things that he used to do, getting on with the day, and then that's it. No talking to no one. Like we get together and we talk to each other, and that's something which I think is one of the fun elements of being a millennial dad.
I think
being able to
it's
speak.
important as well to have like an outlet, man.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
definitely.
genuinely believe I probably would have crumbled by now. And everyone says to me, "Oh, do you know what? You're doing amazing, mate. Like you're young and you've done all this." But a lot of people don't realise behind the scenes, if I didn't have people to speak to, I wouldn't have achieved a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because I would have just said, "Yeah, sweet, I'm done with all this. Too much for me. I'm done," and just threw it all away.
I think I've noticed as well, like communicating with my son about because like there's that thing of like your kids sort of like mirror your actions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I've always been quite reactive because I grew up in quite a reactive household. That was just our communication style. We were quite shouty.
Yeah.
I just seen that as natural because I was their child and like that's how I've grown up. But then maturing, I've realised that that's not how I want my kids to communicate. But I'm only human, so like it's crept in. And when I've spotted him like getting a bit shouty, getting a bit like very what's the word? Just like really short-tempered and stuff like that. I've been able to when I've been able to articulate it in a way that I can for him to understand. I've felt the connection between us as both like grow so much since starting doing that, and he's been able to regulate his emotions and feelings a lot better.
I was about to ask you that.
It's
because it's crazy you say it like that as well. Because one of my boys, I'm blunt. I will tell you a shoe's a shoe. I don't go around it. Don't go around the bush.
Where I'm from is called a spade a spade.
Basically, that's me. I'm very much. I will tell you as it is. Like, I don't beat around the bush. Don't ask me for an honest opinion if you're not ready for it. If you're gonna ask me, does this make me look fat? And you think you look fat, and the chances are you do look fat. Don't ask me, because I will say yes. I won't think about feelings until after. It's a flaw of mine. I'm working on it, but I'm very blunt, and my little man became the same. And I started to notice it, and I was like, one second, you're just being rude for the sake of being rude here. And then I was like, one second, where's he got that from?
Yeah.
It's me. And like, I know I'm not doing it to be rude. I have my challenges as to why I am the way I am, and I'm self-aware, and I'm working on that to go against it. But he's just doing it because he sees Dad doing it.
Yeah.
So he's like, his brother will say, "Oh, is this?" And he'll say, "Well, what do you think it is?" And I'm like,
It's being sarcastic.
you don't need to do that, you know. You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
He's asking a genuine question, mate. But then when we've sat down and spoke about it, it seems that he's starting to get better at regulating. And as he's seeing me get better at not being blunt in every situation, I'll be blunt to an adult, no problem. Because adults need, if you can't take it by the time you're an adult, then you really need to sort out your PSHE in life. But with the children, I've started to lessen my bluntness.
Yeah.
And I think because he's seeing me do that as well, he's copying and catching on to it, and he's getting better at it. So when his brother's annoying him, instead of just being blunt, he'll say, "Stop." That's his new word, because that's my word. When they're asking me, it gets to a point in the day when your child's asked you 10 stupid questions and you're like, "Come on, mate, stop with this now." And you start getting a bit...
They do learn by example. So yeah, you're right.
So I think it's a good thing to take from being millennial dads. Like we've clocked that they learn from us. So our actions that we do now are just as important as theirs, really.
Also, as well, I think the way that technology is going and stuff, and the way kids are very savvy with it.
Yep.
I think we were born at quite a good time, because we appreciate what came before.
Yeah, we've had to adapt to a lot.
Yeah, and we kind of grew up in the boom of like the internet and computers and stuff. So like, we've learned along the way with it.
Yeah, I had a dongle in my house till I was 13.
Okay.
So I relate, man. I relate.
So we haven't like
I relate,
with
lads.
a lot of our parents, we haven't just been plucked and put into this situation. So like, I know when we were lucky enough to get our first computer in our household, like I kind of self-taught myself and taught and like learned some very basic stuff at school on how to use it, but like the majority of it was just messing about and figuring out how to use it. So like, my parents didn't have an absolute clue.
Still to this day, my parents don't. Well,
Still to this day, like my parents don't. Like, it's a bit of a running joke that whenever I go back to my parents' house, I turn into the IT desk, because they just started
handing you a ticket.
Yeah, they started
handing
me phones and start handing me laptops and like, how do I do this, and like, how do I get onto this website? It's like, this is like thing. Basic stuff.
My mom's the exact same thing. Like, I go around and she's like, "Oh, why are you here?" I'm like, "Oh, what's this now?"
I get that.
"Oh, while you're here, you may as well." And I'm thinking, huh? Is that you asking or telling? That's number one. I have to sometimes say to my mum, "Mum, I know I'm your child, but I'm now an adult, so you have to kind of ask now."
My parents' go-to is, "Take a look at this for me. Can you have a look at this for me?" Yeah.
Yeah, this is the thing. And the only thing my mum can actually do, which is a completely outdated skill in today's day and age, is burn mixtapes.
Yeah. It's an outdated skill.
Yeah. Where does she even get the CDs from anymore?
She gets them off eBay.
Oh, the player.
It's built in. She's got a CD burner built into the laptop, so she's got a Samsung laptop with like 500 megabytes of RAM. It's not
with an actual CD drive in it.
Yeah, CD drive on it.
How old is that laptop?
I think she bought it when I was about 8. It's the first laptop I used to edit on, and Sony Vegas wouldn't run on it, so that tells you everything.
Yeah, Sony Vegas, man. Shout out to Sony Vegas.
Exactly. But like, literally, all she can do, all she knows how to do is, and she's recently learned that you can use YouTube to MP3, because she's been doing the long thing of downloading from stores and stuff. I'm like, "What are you doing with your
downloading from stores?"
Yeah, like she actually pays for some of the music. I'm like, "Mum, what are you doing?" Like, I shouldn't be encouraging her to copyright music.
As a musician.
As someone who makes...
At least point her in the right direction of like Apple Music or...
But it's for personal use, isn't it? So I was like, well, it's not actually harming anyone. I mean, these people aren't selling CDs anymore, so it's not the end of the world. They that view that you give them while you're downloading it pays them 0.001p. So... But I think it's brilliant that we had to kind of teach ourselves tech, because like my mom didn't know it.
Yeah, I mean it's getting like quite advanced now, where
and that's why I think it's good we had to teach ourselves.
Yeah, we kind of know where to go.
Yeah,
and like have refreshers.
And these
on,
days
like,
it's
what
crazy
we need to learn for the kids.
YouTube. I'm older than YouTube. I was like, you know what, as soon as I found that out, it blew my brain. I was like, I am now actually getting into the old ages, and I because I'm older than YouTube. But YouTube, literally, it's the best bit about being a millennial dad. I get stuck sometimes and how to be a dad.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
But
People get to watch us.
yeah. You wanna
Try
know how
and give
to-
them advice on stuff.
But like, that's what I think is one of the good things of being a millennial dad. YouTube, it's brilliant. So
And,
much
like,
on there.
I know, like, my parents would struggle if they had my kids, because, like, when they've got their, like, tablets or consoles, or they want to watch certain things on TV, they would struggle because they wouldn't know how to do any of it. So, like, even something as simple as setting up my kids' tablets,
Yeah.
because you got to put in, like, email addresses and
See, that's
set up all the apps,
that was
put the restrictions on. Like, they would.
That was the fun bit
massively
about being a
struggle with it.
millennial child with being a parent, because my mum used to give me the tablet to set up all the parent locks. I knew the password.
When he was a teen.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
The technological side, I think, is a really good one because
Yeah.
I think for me personally, with my son, his imagination is so vivid and so like he's just so creative with everything, and
Wonder where he gets that from.
like who knows. But yeah, like he to the point, right, before I tell you the actual point I'm getting to, but he's made up this film in his head, and he's reeled off verbatim everything that goes on in this film. Like we went for
Like
a walk.
he's had a full scene breakdown.
No, like a film.
That is crazy.
The whole
Yeah,
flipping
he
movie.
needs to start hiring your son from day now.
We were in Spain as a family, and we've gone on this walk, and it was quite a long walk. They've got these decks that go out into the sea, and for like viewing and paddling and all that business. So literally, like walking along, he is chatting non-stop that whole, like, it's probably a good 2 hours just reeling off this film. And like, there was a few times when my missus was turning around and go, "Is he still going on?" And then he'd made it by the time we got back, and like it was still summertime, so my missus putting out the washing in the garden and all that business. I'm at work, and I've come home, and she said I was putting the washing out, and like he's just there reeling off another film to me. It's like just while I'm doing that, and just like he's so creative. But like, so I thought to myself, how can I? Because what I want to encourage him to be creative in the same way as like my parents encouraged me and my sister to be creative in that they bought us equipment, and because they knew they couldn't really
help with the technical side of it. Yeah.
So I thought, like, how can I sort of do that with him? And so I thought, like, I'd really love to film part of it for him and like use my skills in that sense and sort of help him.
Brilliant idea. Actually.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So I got him to describe some of his characters. And then we made him on this AI thing.
Oh, nice!
When I showed him, he was buzzing.
See, this is what I was going to say.
Absolutely buzzing. He's like, "Yeah, that's him."
That's something that I was going to say that I think is quite good. So we ran out of like fun things for the kids to watch on YouTube and stuff like that. So we actually just created like our own things, and it was a headache because I'm not clued up with AI yet. And for those watching, yes, I look young. For those listening, no, I'm not young. I'm not clued up with it yet, so I had to again go to YouTube how-tos. But it makes animated scenes for you. And these are things my mom couldn't have done even if she knew how to do it because it weren't a thing. It just wasn't. So I think AI, as much as it's scary, I'm not going to lie, it's going to make me redundant in the next 10 years. Thank you, Waymo.
Not unless you know how to use it.
Waymo knows how to use it. They're making me redundant.
You need to make it work for you.
As much as it, but that's what I'm saying.
Claude
as much as it's
co-work.
something that scares me a
It's
little.
what we're doing.
It's something that scares me a little. I think it's useful, and I think it's
Yeah.
one of the fun bits of being a millennial dad because we didn't grow up with AI, but we're discovering it with our kids, and
Yeah.
that's great. And we're used to discovering things, whereas our parents weren't, because in our parents' age, things were built to last, and the new generation of things came out 5 years later. In our
Yeah.
age, you've got
It's
2
like
iPhones every
ever
year,
evolving.
you've got 3 MacBooks every year, you've got 25 different car brands making 6 different models.
It is fast. It is fast evolving. Yeah.
It's a fast-paced world, isn't it? So we're having to constantly learn new things and stuff. And I think
There are wary points with AI though, because like I got a letter from the school.
Is that Grok AI?
Last week? I don't know, but like they didn't specifically say anything in the letter about a particular platform, but they were just talking about the like safeguarding generative AI because of like the. I imagine from the tone of the letter, it seems like maybe some of the older kids get hold of a ChatGPT account or something like this and created images and used them to bully. It sounds like.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not explicit, but like
I mean,
that's
if you break it down and think about what we used Microsoft Word art for.
Remember the screensavers in D&C?
Yeah, exactly. So what they can do now.
This is the thing.
most
The UK
definitely
was
that.
going to be banning X. They're not now.
Yeah.
They've come to a conclusion finally. But they was looking to ban X because X is AI, Grok AI, I think it's called.
Grok, yeah.
So that was being used to generate nude images
Yeah.
of women.
Yeah.
And people were basically just getting a clothed image of a woman, innocent photo, generating nude ones. Somehow it's very realistic, the women are saying, which I thought, well, you just give that away now. Now everyone can see everyone naked because you told them it's realistic, it looks like you when you're naked. I would have said, that don't look nothing like me,
Nah,
carry on.
I've got 3 nipples.
Yeah. I would not have said that it was the resemblance was uncanny. That's the best way to put it. I would not have let everyone know the resemblance between my AI nude is uncanny to the real life. Thankfully now X has put something in place saying anyone who does try to use the AI for that, we track it and you will get prosecuted. How much of that's true or not, I don't know.
I mean,
but
do they do it for racism
Once the PR dies down,
that's where the scary line is.
Once the
with
PR
AI.
dies down, it'll be business.
Yeah, that's the thing that scares me with
Elon
AI.
don't care.
As much as I love the greatness AI has brought, it's made my life a lot easier when thinking of things or trying to even Googling things. I don't need to Google anymore. Sometimes I can just ask ChatGPT.
Seriously, like ChatGPT has been for my own mental health has been.
Yeah, it's useful. It's useful
been
as anything.
life-saving.
A lot of people have said
like for me, I've over the last 5 or 6 years since like everything's happened and like you get very much in your own head and like I've struggled to sort of process my own thoughts and like draw it out of myself, and so I thought like I need to use that as a tool to draw this out of myself, and
that's the thing.
Like put my embarrassment, quote unquote, to the side, but like it's really helped. Like
it does,
and now I feel like really productive and
I've
really
seen a lot of
creative.
articles about people using it for doctors and stuff like that. So because you can get medical information from AI and ChatGPT, don't recommend it. Don't do it. But there's people that rather self-diagnose now because of it. And obviously the wait times and stuff like that in NHS hospitals and stuff, people would rather just do it from their phone. I think AI is very useful, but I am scared.
In the rate that it's moving, it needs to be heavily regulated because it could get out of control.
Definitely.
But
do you know? I think another fun thing.
Go on.
About being a millennial dad. Now this is probably more geared for me. I'll be honest. I'm thinking personal experience. It's probably more geared to me. The production of electrical propelled objects, so like motorbikes and stuff like that. Not EVs, because your kid's not driving a car. My kids don't drive cars. But I used to build the Surons, and it's something I went into business doing and stuff and whatnot, which if you don't know what a Suron is, it's like a pit bike that's been pure electric. And I'm now able to, in today's day and age, build an electric bike for my child that I can control from my phone. So
mad.
I can set the speeds and stuff like that. So even though he's got a motor on it that's capable of doing 30 miles an hour, there's no way in hell my 4-year-old is jumping on that and doing 30 miles an hour. It only goes to 6 when he's on it on his own, because I go on my phone and I go onto the controller app, which controls it, and I set it to 6 miles an hour. If I'm feeling nice, he gets 8.
Yeah.
He gets that extra 2 miles an hour.
Feel a bit of boost.
When I'm on my own, when it's me and him together, I'll pull it up to about 20, sometimes up to the 30 mark, because it don't go to 30 with me and him on it. It's not designed for me. But like when he's on his own riding it, and that's what I like, because back in the day, my dad gave me a pit, like it would have been a pit bike, and I just crashed it into a tree as fast as I bloody could. So I can do these dangerous sports with my kids in a lot safer way, a more regulated and controlled way. And that's something I really like about being a millennial dad. Like, when we're talking evolution of technology. Taking the technology outdoors, guys. Take a hint.
Going back to what you said when you were talking about how your parents used to help you creatively. Like they used to buy your equipment and stuff. I don't know whether it's a cultural thing, but I don't feel like my parents really encouraged that with us.
No.
It was all about go to school, get your education, get a decent job, and
work
live your
hard.
life. Yeah. I don't know whether that's come from the traumas that they faced being immigrants in this country.
Possibly.
And coming in and like having to kind of fight for everything, like fight to get in certain places with jobs and stuff, and they didn't want those struggles for us, so they were like, this is what you need to do, basically. Because like they encouraged me to like go out for sports and stuff like that, but it wasn't to the point where I felt like I could actively pursue something. And they'd be like...
Be accepted.
Not accepted, they wouldn't, they'd like 100% like throw themselves into it as well. They'd like let me do it, but it was kind of like, you go on and do it, but just make sure that you're doing like your school stuff and everything.
I think that will be something that's cultural and class-based. What I mean by that is like, so it's cultural for anyone non-white British, because like a lot of white British families will just let you do what you're doing. My mum literally told me GCSEs are just a piece of writing on paper. Do your best and that's all you can do. That's literally what my mum said. She wanted me to do good, but she said, do your best, that's all you can do. There was no pressure put on me to get them grades on paper. It was do what you want to do with your life. But then I had middle-class white friends who didn't have that. Like they was, no, you're working for the family's solicitor firm. Oh, okay, thank you. And then I had black friends and Asian friends, and all of them had geared careers. But then when I actually speak to them and delve into it, it weren't them who geared their career. Their mum and dad gave them 3 options. This is what you're doing. This, or this. Which one do you want to do? Which one? Tell me. And I think
3 options is a lot.
this is the thing. 3 options probably is a lot. But I think as millennial dads, that's something we've done different.
There's definitely what I'm going to do differently.
I do have a push on education
as well.
Yeah,
I think
there's a lot more scope, a lot more options for them now. Also, as well, I know for a fact if it was a thing back then, if I was to turn around and say, for instance, Mum, Dad, like I'm gonna take doing podcasts seriously. They would have been like,
no, you won't.
What are you gonna do for money then? Like,
yeah.
That's not gonna make any money.
Because
like 1, they didn't really know. And 2, it was the whole going back to the whole trauma of you need to kind of be in a safe situation and survive.
Definitely.
In a way, my dad, bless him, he sort of, in a roundabout way, did that with me, I think, because my sister's a singer as well, and like she's done a lot of her work. She hasn't really done any original work. 'Cause like a lot of her work has been gigging and doing shows in bars and also like tribute acts and stuff like that. And my dad always used to take her to all the gigs and stuff like that. And so he saw the money coming in, and like she'd get paid a lot more for the tribute acts than she would just like a regular set,
of course.
And so then when I'm making my music, I'm coming back and forth to the studio, and like I'm saying, like, made this new song, like, what do you think? And I always wanted him to tell me like how good I was and all this business, which he did in a roundabout way. But then he said like, maybe you should do like tribute acts, like.
It's going off what he knows brings the money.
That's
in.
not me. I can't sing.
My mum was a bit like that.
Yeah.
My mum was a little bit like that. Like, she did give me a lot of leeway. Do what you're doing. I mean, she didn't really get much choice. I wasn't a simple teen. I was very complicated. But when I got to college now, I got given an unconditional offer before I done my GCSEs, which was very rare. And the school were blown away by it because they was like, how has this kid done that? But I could say, I swear, Eskimo. So that's how I did that. Yeah. And so, like, I went to college and I told my mum, I'm doing sound engineering. Oh, yeah? What's the salary for that? What do you mean? I don't know. She's like, so you don't have... But you're good with numbers, son. Why don't you try that? I can do that later. No. I think you need to go to college for accounting, son. That's when she started to get a bit more firm with me because she was allowing me to do my own thing, but I think she thought I'd become a mechanic like my dad. And I did end up becoming a mechanic like my dad at some point in my life. So shout out, Dad. Like, I think she thought I'd just end up being a tradie. Someone doing something hands-on, very... like thoughts processed and whatnot.
She wanted you to use your abilities.
She wanted to use what she knew that I was good physically, and she knew I was good with numbers and good at data collection. So
and she knew that was a solid trade.
Yeah,
like there's always demand. So
my dad made good money. Let's put it that way. He was comfortable. My mum still gets his pension 20 years after his death, near enough. So that says something. So he did well with his trades, and he learned welding and mechanical mainly. And so I think she thought I'd do a trade. And then when she found out the trade I was doing wasn't one of the traditional trades, it was still a trade. I was mastering a trade, but it wasn't the traditional, you know, self-employed trades. She started to get a bit worried. She's not as worried anymore. She
knows money can...
She's seen me go out and do a gig and come home with £200 cash in my pocket, and that was her worries out of her head from there. Like, little does she know that's not consistent. So hopefully she's...
Shout out exposure.
It goes back to what you were saying with you, because obviously your dad saw the money coming in with your sister.
Yeah.
But because he wasn't like clued up about the like music industry and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of you were investing then in kind of the long-term gains. So if you did get to a certain point, you would have been earning like 10 times more than what the gigs were paying.
Exactly.
But moving on to the next fun bit, like, I actually think this is a fun bit, actually, to be fair, that our dads wouldn't have experienced as much. When we go to sports days, there's more dads there now. So you see when the parents get involved, and you're actually facing other dads, you're not just facing other moms anymore. Like, when I went sports day...
I don't really like sports day now.
You don't like
sponge
it.
over here.
I enjoy sports day.
I will get onto the reason
even
why.
just any event at school, there tends to be... Some events, there's not as much dads. But the key events, I find there's like, when I go to the science fair, it's mainly moms. But when I go to the nativity, there's actually dads there now. And I'm not saying dads didn't show up in our time, but it was less...
because they probably weren't...
they was working.
They weren't readily available to do it.
Exactly, they weren't obviously available, and we're in a day and age where employers have to kind of be flexible. Well, not have to kind of be, they do have to be flexible. There's a lot of rules around sacking someone because they need time off for their kid. So we're able to...
But I always get the vibe that it's frowned upon.
Oh yeah, it's definitely...
Can't get the vibe that can't your missus do that sort of thing, which I fucking hate.
I get that. I got that when I worked in the garage and I was employed. Like, it was... A lot of it was like, and you got a partner? And I'm like, doesn't matter if I got a partner, I'm going.
The more companies you work for with that more traditional mindset, it is seen as that. If you work in a similar environment that where I work in, where they really try and push like equal opportunities, not just for gender but for ethnicity as well. If you say that, can I just book off this slot of time because I need to go to such to watch my kids, they're all for it.
Yeah, that's it.
They are all for it. It doesn't matter
you get me a
if
job
you're
application
the mum or the dad or if you're the guardian.
Fair play.
They are all for it. If you have,
That's really good.
If you have the time to book it off,
Yeah.
they will grant that time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is. That's brilliant.
That's really
But before we move on, even though it's a good thing that like dads can be more present in things such as Sports Day, the way that they've changed Sports Day now, I don't agree with.
See, I haven't been to a sports day yet, so I can't comment.
So do you remember Sports Day back in the day when we were kids? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was competitive.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Does everyone get a medal these days?
Everyone ran a race to win.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone would get a sweet at the end of
But
of
only the
Sports
top
Day
three got like
in
medals
primary
or
school.
awards, innit?
But the house team overall, all the points would get collected, and the house team with the most points would win Sports Day.
Oh, see, you guys were houses, we was just classes.
Yeah, but it's same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, there's no competitive edge in it at all.
Yeah, but apparently it's emotionally damaging.
You're basically watching your child do activities with other children.
Yeah. I see, there's a lot of fun things to being a millennial dad.
There's no competitive edge to it.
Yeah.
And I think that is, like, I know they need to include all the children.
Yeah, of course.
I know that. But at the same time, you need to teach children that you need to be competitive in certain situations.
This is where I was going to go with it. Like, there's a lot of fun things about being millennial dads. As you can tell, we all enjoy it. But there's a few bits which I wouldn't. I'd want to take from my childhood and
You
bring
want to
back.
take it back to the old school?
Yeah. So one of it, we are in a snowflake era, and I will say that. And if people are going to cancel me, goodbye, because people they take things.
Made up person on this.
Yeah.
So
Just me and you.
next episode, when you just see, I don't know what a red circle and a cross here, it's because I've been cancelled. No, like, so.
Make sure to like and subscribe to see if he does get cancelled.
Yeah, like and subscribe to find out. Like, for example, like they take away competition, but do you know why they do that? Because it's emotionally damaging when they lose. I say, but that's character building.
Yeah.
If you don't lose, you're going to go through your entire life thinking everybody's going to treat you special
I think
because
it's more emotionally damaging to let a child get to the point where they're in the open world and
they think they can win everything.
Someone does.
Yeah.
Because that's going to knock them back. You spend your entire life
It's already
winning.
happening. It's already happening because some of my parent friends, they've got older kids than my kids, and there's certain situations where, because like in situations like Sports Day, where they may not win but they get the medal anyway. Now that they're older, it's like, oh, I didn't win, but it's okay because I still got something.
Yeah.
It's
not.
Yeah, do you know what it does? It takes away.
That's not what I want my kids to.
To me, it
have
takes
that
away the element.
I don't want
of,
my kids to have that mentality.
It takes away the element of. It doesn't matter how hard you get hit, but how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. I can't remember where that quote's from, but it's you know what quote I'm on about. Yeah. Like, it takes away the element of, when you fail, get back up and go again and work harder and work harder and work harder until you are the best at what you do. So
Hard work beats talent, man.
That's the thing. It takes that self-improvement aspect away.
Without things like that, you're not getting like the Cristiano Ronaldo's, the Lionel Messi's of the world.
Exactly.
You might still get
Michael Jordan.
You might still get Messi though. He's just different level. But yeah, you don't get your Ronaldos, you don't get your Jordans. You're right.
No, exactly. And
You're not gonna get people that are
Usain Bolt, like these people that have worked their whole lives.
I believe it transpires into their
best.
work life as well, because they'll believe that, because they've got to be equal to everybody. I can walk into anything. I haven't got to try.
Yeah, and
it just takes away the
like
trying.
you said, the first sign of failure is probably going to be more catastrophic than it should be.
Yeah.
Because they haven't built those foundations. So like,
they're like, what?
I
can't get what I want.
Yeah, I'm not always going to get what I want.
All it's doing is teaching them, not like you can't fail, but that's wrong. 'Cause one of the key sayings I used to get given was don't quit on a bad day, innit?
Yeah.
So like when everything's going wrong, don't quit. Quit on
Yeah.
a day everything's going right and you still don't want to be there.
Yeah.
That's the key indicator usually. But these kids are gonna start quitting on bad days because they don't have bad days in school.
Yeah.
They win everything.
I always tell my kids it's okay to mistakes are good because they're learning opportunities.
Mistakes, lessons.
They teach you how, and you're not always gonna get what you want in life. And so you need to learn to deal with that and adapt.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I like about being a millennial dad is I've learned from the mistakes of my parents where communication weren't the thing that I at least try to communicate with my kids.
Yeah.
Like speak to them on a level, not to the point where they start blurring the lines between parent and friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so they know that like they can come to me and talk to me about stuff and we can communicate and work things out.
You know what I've took from like my mom was, and like it's one of the fun things in a way of being a millennial dad. I can separate school and home because like school's all online now, so I know everything going on in school. I don't need to constantly badger them anymore. I can just be dad at home. I don't need to constantly badger you to be good in school because you know I can see everything, and that's a perk of today's digital age. As much as I've complained about it in previous episodes, sick of not getting letters.
When it works the other way.
Yeah.
When it works
in your favour, it's all good.
When it works, man. But I'd say being a millennial dad is quite fun, lads.
Being a millennial dad is fun, and if we've missed anything that you think we should have spoke about being a millennial dad, drop it in the comments below. But yeah, this has been DadPod, guys.
We're going to make Bobby reply to all your comments, by the way, guys. So comment 100 comments, yeah.
Did you call him Poppy then?
Poppy's the new name.
He's a flower.
Bobby the Poppy? That's it. That's stuck now, you know, guys.
But yeah, hopefully this is the last episode where Bobby isn't with us. But if you liked what you heard or liked what you saw today, make sure to like and subscribe. Drop a comment in the comment section. This has been DadPod, guys. See you in the next one.
In a bit.
Peace out.